हेलो एवरीवन, वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। आज है 15 अक्टूबर 2022, दिन है सैटरडे, और आज हम करने जा रहे हैं द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर की एनालिसिस। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। हिमाचल पोल ऑन नवंबर 12, गुजरात ऑन द होल्ड फॉर द नाउ। इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ Chief Election Commission cities the procedure follow the in 2017 whether in the still in hilly state Congress question moved to on Gujarat says the PM will now get to more time for mega promise and mega inauguration। तो उसके related ये आर्टिकल दिया गया है। The Election Commission on the Friday announced the Himachal Pradesh Assembly election will be held on November 12. Vote will be counted on December 8, and will the schedule for the other poll-bound state Gujarat is not announced for the now. 8 years after the arrest, High Court acquitted the former DU professor in UAPA cases. The 8 years after his arrest, former Delhi University professor G.N. Sai Baba, 52, was Friday acquitted from the Nagpur bench of Bombay High Court on Unlawful Activities Prevention Act UPA case. Mr. Shiva, who is the 90% physically disabled and the wheelchair bound, was arrested in 2014 alleged link with the banned Communist Party of India Maoist. The session court of letters sentenced him to life imprisonment। तो उसके रिलेटेड आर्टिकल दिया गया। The editor solar charge sheet in the narrative terrorism in Jammu Kashmir. The State Investigation Agency SIA Jammu Kashmir filed charge sheet against the editor of the online magazine The Kashmir Wala and PhD scholar narrative for the terrorism case on Saturday। तो उसके related आर्टिकल देगा। Will electoral bond reveal the source of fund? Supreme Court asked Center। Supreme Court on the Friday asked the government whether the electoral bond system revealed the source of money pumped into the fund political parties, even as the center maintained the scheme for absolute transparency. It is a transparency though the system provides from the where the money comes. Justice B.R. Gapi holding the bench comprising the Justice B.R. Nagaratan and questioned the government। तो उसके रिलेटेड ये आर्टिकल दिया दारा चीफ गवर्नमेंट Ram Rahim Singh get to 14-day parole. The Dara Sachsa Chief Gurmeet Ram Rahim Singh, who is serving 20 years prison sentence in Haryana Sonaria jail, was the ban has been granted parole for the 14 days, and people said on Friday Rohtak Superintendent Police of Udham Singh Megha for the parole is the granted. The Singh is yet to be released from the jail। तो उसके रिलेटेड आर्टिकल देगा। अल्टीमेटली रेंस लीव द पेडी फार्मर आउट काउंटिंग देयर द लॉस। Farmers in Sonipat, Panipat demand to compensation on the base of the proper survey। Padam Singh, a farmer, the Panch Hadiulja village of Sonipat, to term of the relative Berindra Singh is the other sum of the list to 108 acres the farmer to land to paddy cultivator. He was a loafing the make profit around the 13,000 per acre after the detecting all the input and ऑपरेशनल कोड। तो उसके रिलेटेड ये आर्टिकल दिए गए। अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे जो एग्जाम प्रोस्पेक्टिव से इंपॉर्टेंट होंगे, हम उनको पढ़ने की कोशिश करेंगे। Eco-sensitive zone top court may take up the Kerala's view. Supreme Court may also consider the Center P to seeking the clarification of court judgment to have the 1 kilometer eco-sensitive zone dragging the forest area, national park and wild sanctuary। तो उसके रिलेटेड आर्टिकल दिए। हरियाणा पंजाब सीएम फेल टू रिसर्च सनसेस ऑफ द SYL Canal Row। तो उसके रिलेटेड आर्टिकल दिए। केरला गवर्नमेंट सीक टू डिटेल ऑफ द असिस्टेंट सेनेट मीटिंग। अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे। नेक्स्ट पेज जो एडिटोरियल किया, नो टाइम फॉर द फेसबुक। India has to work harder on its image to having the independent drug regulator. The Indian apex drug control regulator, the Central Drug Standard Control Organization CDSCO, the Barrett, the Haryana-based the Medina Pharmaceutical Limited have manufactured the medicinal drugs, which was after the some of the cold and cough syrup in manufacture and export to the Gambia for the mark out by the World Organization. All organization being to link to the death of the 66 children. There the concession apparently contained with the Dathaniel Jalon, an ethylene jalon that have been the casualty of acute kidney failure। To state the article, they do not ignore the role of women livestock farmer। The livestock sector is one of the most rapidly growing component of the rural economy of India, equating for the 5% of national income and 26% of agriculture GDP in 2018-19, the last 6 years. livestock sector grow the 7.9 at the constant price, which the crop farming grew to 2%. Our field studies show that the rural household that own livestock, the women as the will be engaged in the animal raising on the International Day of Rural Women, October 15. We need to recognize the role of the women in livestock raising and including the women in all the facets of the livestock department, be breeding and veterinary care and extension service through training to access to credit and market. तो उसके related ये article देंगे. अब चलते हैं next article पे. Smart hit NASA DART mission give to hope for the sciences can be avoid the existential threat. For the very first time, the NASA scientists have the successfully slightly alterating the trajectory of the astronaut can using the spacecraft to slams into it. The September 27, the 4:44 a.m. the IST small craft brought the double asteroid resilience test M to the 60-meter wide asteroid Dormosphere, who is orbiting the large asteroid Dyson. Both are the reaching the sun and 11.2 million kilometers from the earth. Since the neither body have been flown closer to about the 6.3 kilometer earth in the lifetime, they have did not the pose to any threat. So security article देंगे. After the next article, Indian deep tech and case of the strategic fund. Prime Minister Narendra Modi making the concept push for the self-reliance in the military technology, semiconductor, science-based business. However, there is a market failure in the typical value. Virtual capital will be not invest in the asset class, and government money is not nearly enough to the or it's not fast enough. In order to become development country in 25 years, India will need to build world class deep tech capability in certain sector to solve the market efficiency. Here is a case for the Indian strategic fund. Certain innovation in existing cooperative social responsibility CSR budget and high net worth HNI, the tax break, the incentive capital flowing to strategic tech, our way of life, economy, national security, and the underpin the certain general purpose technology GPT. Today, our four technology battleground exists: a semiconductor, 5G, revolutionary of in biology and autonomy. Each of these unavailable in military conflict, health emergency, and natural disaster. There will be dual use and set up the entry barrier. There will also be area where the India is set up to base the leader. Self-reliance is not just to feel good slogan; it is a survival imperative. तो उसके रिलेटेड ये आर्टिकल देखिए. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे. नेक्स्ट पेज पे जो टीम शशि थरूर फंड मेजर्स डिसिप्लिन इन प्राइस पार्टीज वोट लिस्ट. Mallikarjun Kharge is safe pair of the hands of the Congress. Manish Tiwari Supreme Court to hear state appeal against the Sai Baba acquittal. Justice M.R. Saha and Bala Trivedi to hear the Saturday Maharashtra government urgent appeal that the appeal before appeals placed before the Supreme Court hour after the Bombay High Court acquittal. Sai Baba to related article देंगे. First thing will be admit him to hospital Sai Baba wife. तो उसके related article देंगे. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट पेज पे. Appeal to study sibling rejected. The Varanasi district court turned down the petition filed by the Hindu plaintiff seeking the carbon dating and scientific investigation of the dispute. Structure of the Supreme Court order had to be the part of Janvapi site, so will be remain sealed. तो उसके related article there. Youth found the dead near the Bangladesh border. Why the inflation is the high 35 year high, asked Rahul. FIR against the Wipro NRC office for the misuse of fund, and INS Arihant carries out the key missile test. The country's first ballistic missile nuclear submarine INS Arihant carry out the successful launch of the submarine launching ballistic missile SLBM on Friday and validating the Indian second strike nuclear capability. तो उसके related ये article दिया गया. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट पेज पे. ग्लोबल हंगर इंडेक्स इज आउट. इंडियन serious category at the rank 107. The country ranked below the Sri Lanka 64, Nepal 81, Bangladesh 84, Pakistan 99. Afghanistan is the only Southeast country that lagged behind the Indian listing. India's rank 107 out of the 121 countries on the global hunger index, in which the fare was than the all countries in Southeast Asia bearing the lower than Afghanistan. The global hunger index GHI is tool for the comprehensive measuring the tracking the hunger of global, regional and national level. GHI source of the based on the value of four component indicator the undernourishment and child nutrition, child wasting and child mortality. Countries are divided into five categories. Hunger on the basis of source, which are the low, moderate, serious, alarming and extremely alarming. इंडिया की रैंक 107 और ये सीरियस कैटेगरी में है. India China agree for the more military talks to resolve the LAC issue. India China on Friday agreed to hold another round of talk between the senior military commander to take up the remaining issue of the along the line of actual control, create the condition for the restoring the normalcy in ties. तो उसके related ये article दिए गए. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे. Attack on Indian in the Australia comes at time when the more students seek to in us its foreign education destination. तो उसके related ये आर्टिकल दिए गए. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट पेज पे जो वर्ल्ड की क्रेमलिन ऑर्डर टू क्रीमिया ब्रिज टू रिपेयर बाय द जुलाई 2023. बुर्किना फासो कॉप लीडर नेम टू द ट्रांजिशन प्रेसिडेंट एंड 10 children killed after the boat sink in Cambodia Mekong River. An actor Gribbly Cathedral Harry Potter and Haggards died at the 72. UK's Truss fired the finance minister in fight of to survive. The Catherine is the country's hottest surviving chancellor since the 1970. His successor will be the fourth finance minister after many months when the millions are facing cost of living crisis. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल. पुतिन से he does not see the need for the talk with Biden. January 6, Biden vote up to the from Trump and the killed 5 and wounded 2 in USA shooting. Indian student stabbed in Australia for cash. Police have arrested the Daniel Norwood and they have charged him to attempt to murder. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट पेज पे जो बिजनेस की इंडियन पॉलिसी मस्ट एड टू द ब्राइट sport forecast. The IMF does not see a lot of the room for the physical support given by the level of debt, and so any further support will have to the very targeted and time limited say fund glove wolf. उसके related आर्टिकल दिए गए. Wholesale inflation cooled to 10.7% in September. उसके related आर्टिकल दिए गए. Risky of the lift repo rate above the natural when the growth friggling. The monetary policy committee member Jainath Burma suggested that the RBI should be raised to the policy repo rate to 6% rather than the 5.90 that this is achieved in by the MPC decision rise to the rate of the 50 basis point. तो उसके related आर्टिकल देंगे. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे. इंडिया यूके ट्रेड डील्स लाइकली टू मिस दीपावली डेडलाइन. तो उसके related आर्टिकल दिए गए. September export grow 4.8% and revised data show India pushes the oil refining to diversify after the OPEC block cut. तो उसके related ये छोटा सा आर्टिकल देंगे. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट पेज पे जो स्पोर्ट की है. तो आज के द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर एनालिसिस पे आज के लिए इतनी ही. थैंक यू. जय हिंद.